1.
Chim said hello. Welcome to the D&D show. Chim can't remember the name of. Chim said full of adventure. Chim said and nerds. Chim said this doesn't work very well.
No, it doesn't.
You tried, G.
I was laughing so hard when you were. Oh
Chim
my
said,
God.
Chim said.
Oh God.
Why can't it say CH? Why is it saying Kim?
But basically, the
Chim said
rundown.
Chim Kai.
Kai is Chi.
Yeah, Chim's mic is broken, so
Sad.
we have Robot Chim
We
in
have,
replacement.
yeah, text to speech.
Chim said the point is, we're playing D&D.
Yes, welcome to the multimedia experience extravaganza.
Of Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Indeed.
Welcome. Can we have a recap? I have no idea.
Chim
It's
said
been
dragons.
quite a while since we played.
Yeah, we'll have a recap. Is there anything else to say? I mean, we've all finished college and school and stuff other than Emmy, so we're all...
I'm at work.
Don't even bring up that fact anymore.
I has job bad.
I
Chim
has
said
job
EMI
too.
sucks.
Wow.
EMI.
Robot Chim doesn't even pronounce my name.
I
correctly.
like Robot Chim. Robot Chim cool.
Chim said get wrecked.
So,
This is brilliant, I love
Okay,
it.
that's it. I'm off for the evening. Goodbye, guys.
rip the road.
Chim said bye.
Anyway,
Right, come on.
yeah,
We
Good
got
on
we've
this.
lost a couple of people to jobs, but apart from that, we're getting by.
We're getting by. So, peeps, do you want to recap? A recap.
Sure. All
Yeah.
I remember is Athena bad
Yeah.
apparently, and they got a lot of money.
Uh,
Cost 1 platinum for Tia's bed.
well,
Not
so,
in that way.
uh,
The bed itself.
you're suggesting it. So,
Chim said out
Shut
of
up.
game. Chim rolled and failed to see us.
yeah, that was a great moment. That was
She didn't assess the situation
Oh,
very well.
ah.
it's hard to get through a recap, guys. Jesus.
Chim
Okay,
said get
right.
out.
We'll mute and then you do the recap. Go on.
All right. So, basically, what happened is after the ship had been effectively split in two, you rendezvoused and climbed up rope ladders onto the airship. After doing this, Kara, who was the captain of the trade vessel, which was had an unfortunate end, basically went to see her older brother, who is the pilot of the airship, a high elf, even though she's a halfling. You assume that there's something going on there, but you haven't really asked for the sake of not being awkward. It would end with her basically saying, yeah, sleep on the deck, despite the fact that previously you were told not to do that by the people on the airship. Kara coming across strong on that one. And then, really not much else from that happened. You guys would wait until the evening where there would be an event with Pav approaching Athena, the wood elf rogue of the party, who seemed a little different. Pav would basically end up sensing something. I just realised I'm not on roll 20. would end up
I'm the
sensing
only one on
something.
it. I was so confused.
Oh yeah, that I need to probably get on.
Was basically
We
sensing
had a massive
something.
conversation with Athena because Athena had appeared and she's like kind of part vampire 'cause she got bit by a thrall ages ago. Most of us weren't even present for that. It was really
Yeah, who knows that?
Chim said wait what?
Do you,
yeah, I
oh,
don't think
basically,
have
it was
Chim
a
and
while ago.
Illigan don't. Yeah.
I have no
I'm
idea what's
sorry.
going on.
There
Todd
was-
does. Todd in he's in Force Ghost mode. He's just like dancing around and shit.
So, another thing which I feel I should mention is that Tia had a dream, and since Krieg is currently working and Tia is currently in dragon puberty.
Dragon puberty. Serious shit, man.
I will say that Tia is not going to be present due to the dream, and I'll let Tia work out the reasons why. What a wonderful, nice person I am as a dungeon master, right?
Yeah.
So, we'll get back into things. On the morning you wake, Athena, you had a dream as well.
I did. I can't remember what it was about, but yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, you had a dream. None of us, because we obviously.
Well, then your
not in
character
heads.
won't remember.
What? That's not fair.
Don't worry, I'll send your dream to you. I'm
Thank you.
sending Tia's dream to Craig as well.
I'll send you a dream. It's like an email.
Ah,
Attachment dream.
It's
So,
actually a dream.
right guys, we're back in. You all
Dream
wake up.
file. It's a DR file.
You wake up on the
obviously
airship
a movie file.
as it rocks side to side. Pav, you eventually find Chim lying beside you. You see that Kara has taken the sunbed somehow. I can't remember who she offered it to, but somehow Kara ended up on there. And yeah, you all kind of wake up. There are people just coming out to serve the ship, which is what kind of woke you up in the first place. The sun is quite low on the horizon. It's sunrise. And yeah. And it is around spring to summer time. You guys remember. And you are now only a few days travel away, or, well, pretty much a few days travel away from the other continent. So, is there anything you would like to do in the upcoming days, or anything you would like to get done practically?
Drugs.
apart from drugs.
Chim
No,
said ask assessment.
Roll a d20.
Chim said is it perception?
Of course it's perception, yeah. Right, the silence. Waiting for the TTS.
Chim said not natural 20.
Okay. I mean, there's a point where she kind of walks to the side and leans over the rails, and that's a pretty good view. You're sitting down as well, and considering that you're both
Havakel
halflings...
said I'm muted but there's people in my house I roll to assist.
Well, I assume that she's doing it separate from you.
Chim said I got this.
Oh god.
Oh, here we go.
This is torture already.
This is a brilliant. So the stream is actually going to be in game time. It's only going to last 5 minutes, but it's going to take an hour. Actually, it's already 20. When did we start?
Chim said point is I got good ass view.
You did. It was enjoyable.
Robot Chim text to speech. I'm writing this down so I remember. I probably won't though.
Well, Athena's just gonna sleep for the next few days. Just so you know. Good
Yeah,
night.
I'm like going around, just having some fun, playing some cards.
I'm just catching up on all the sleep that I missed whilst away.
Yep. Righty then. So, I mean, you sleep shorter now anyway, but you could be resting, I suppose.
Yeah.
Chim said I also
still doing
check
anything.
everyone healed well after the battle.
Yeah. After getting several good art shots throughout the following... Art shots? Well, I suppose it is art. Art shots, I mean. Throughout the day. You've tended to the wounded soldiers. You've helped them. You've helped, I believe... It was like one of the people that was in the lower decks of you and Chim when it first exploded managed to make it as well, and you've been helping him. He's kind of a dwarven male with a bald head and a scruffy beard. Not well kept at all, but yeah, you kind of helped him and whoever you can basically after the harpy and strange creatures attacked you on your boat. So.
Awesome.
Around 4 days from the ensuing battle and the Night of Terrors, and several of you have begun to have strange visions in the evening.
Or do I get one?
You will get one.
Oh,
So,
yay.
have you see...
I missed Todd back.
You see a very, very kind of shady alleyway. The air is dry, hot and dark. You look forward and you see a figure slumped on the floor. wearing kind of a long coat, which is kind of covered by the darkness. No, there is no real color here. It's very noir-esque and greys and blacks. As well, the pirate music's still on, I just realised. It's very noir-esque and black. And as you continue to look, there is a shimmering pool of a dark yet semi-viscous liquid, which is pooling from beneath the figure.
With dreams, or do I just have to enjoy the show?
What would you like to do? It's your dream.
I was going to cast. I was going to cast something. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh yeah, detect magic.
As you begin to try to remember the incantations, you open your eyes and you are staring up at the starry night sky. This is on the second day, and you look to your left and to your right, and everyone else is sleeping fine.
Those are snoring.
Yeah, but I mean, Pav is quite happy-go-lucky, genuinely a happy person. But you saw something that was a bit disturbing, but you feel on edge. And
Okay.
something is wrong. Alright. Athena, you also have another dream.
Okay.
Similar to your previous dream, except there is just darkness and footsteps around you. You can't move. You can't see anything. There's just a circling footsteps around you, which happens until you wake up. It feels like your meditation is disturbed, and you're finding it hard to rest in the short amount of time elves usually can rest in.
I just want to wake up. That's terrifying.
Alright,
Wake me up.
Uragath.
Oh yeah, hey.
You guys, first off, do you guys want to tell each other about the dreams, or are you just keeping them to yourselves?
Well, everybody else is already worried that Athena is doomed to kill them all, so no way.
Pav, are you going to tell anybody?
Everyone else has a dream, and then they go, Athena, what's yours? I didn't have one.
I'm definitely telling Chim.
Alright.
Because
I'll bring it up in conversation if someone tells me theirs. I'll probably not go around and go,
Chim said, "Tell me that juicy gossip."
Alright, so
right,
at
so
lunchtime
in
one
this dream,
time, you
there's
guys
this
both meet
alleyway.
up. Go on, continue.
Yeah, alleyway, spooky guy, super spooky. And they're looking into this pool, right? And there was definitely something in the pool.
were people swimming in the pool?
Chim
No.
said, "Was it a
I'm
fish?"
just like peering over,
No.
like I'm listening in.
It was just kind of there.
Chim
There we
said,
go.
"Many things lurk in the sea, Pav."
I'm pretty sure it wasn't a fish. It just kind of looked like goop.
Chim said, "Not all of them are to be feared."
I'm not a huge fan of goop. Thank you.
Alright. So, as...
Chim said, "It'll burn the goop if it tries to get you."
Oh, thank you.
I can't handle
Aw.
it. It's so funny.
I'm waiting for the final...
Got one more Chim message.
Yeah.
See it coming in the
Chim
chat.
said, "I'm
This is
sorry,
brilliant.
I'm not a fast typer."
Okay, alright, that's not what I was expecting.
You're saying that in game.
By the way, Gina, it's fine, your mic's broken, you can't really help it. So, next is Uragath.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go to someone else. I was like, what was my dream?
You, when you fall asleep,
Was it a
just
sexy dream?
every day going normally, you have a dream where you see a familiar figure of a halfling, and you see almost bellowing in tears. You don't recognize who it is, but it's definitely a halfling figure.
Cool. I mean, no, that's horrible. What?
You see her crying, and again, the dream is black and grey, and it's colourless, other than a rose which has distinct red petals. As you look around, you realize that she's in some kind of room, and you see there are bookshelves and what look like globes and maps of the solar system, possibly. Very kind of strange and advanced. There are maps on the walls.
Urgraf was going out with a halfling and he dumped her, and then she's sad. I can't think. I don't know any halflings except Chim.
Alright.
Said and Kara.
Oh yeah, but I don't know why I'd be dreaming about Kara crying.
I think you've got competition, Chim.
Alright.
I'm not
Chim
going
said
for
her
that.
boat died.
A boat died. It's called a raft.
Here comes the text-to-speech reply.
Chim said sorry, a raft.
There we
There
go.
we go. Yeah.
Alright. Athena, again, you have another dream.
More dream.
More dreams. This time it's
It is
of
sexy dream.
the
Sorry.
lady wearing the red dress you visited. Pale skin and long blonde hair. You see to her right, she's holding what looks to be basically a cylinder of what looks to be some kind of metal, and one edge, one end of it is sharpened to a point, basically. And there is a crimson black ichor which just kind of drips. And every time you close your eyes, you just see this image of this silhouette. Sorry, not really a silhouette, of this figure in front of you, and blood just running down from this cylinder, shaped what looks like some kind of weapon, but it doesn't look very practical. Alright. You wake up. Is there anything anybody would like to do now they have their dreams?
Never rest ever again.
Chim said I am Chim.
Okay.
Chim said
So-
lies.
This isn't helpful.
No. Shush.
Don't do this. There is. This is purely audio, but yes, there is someone else who's changed their nickname to Chim.
Chim said did Chim sleep peacefully?
You did. You had a great sleep. I mean, you've had so many good ass shots recently. It's really hard not to.
Chim said that's true.
No, let's not have this.
No,
Right.
No.
Okay, whatever.
No more.
No more.
Well, Athena's not gonna try and rest again for a while.
Oh, so you're not gonna sleep the next night?
No. Not after that. Athena's probably too
Okey
terrified
dokey.
to sleep.
Alright. So next is gonna be Nia. Forever insightful Nia. You will have a dream. You are sleeping peacefully. You awake to see a figure wearing several different fabrics, almost roughly patched together in some kind of armor, trailing behind what looks like not a cloak, but almost like a long elongated part of a scarf, worn from scraping against the floor. In the right hand you see a dagger which is maybe 12 inches long, the blade, but it's triangular and tapers again to a very sharp point. You see that in the noir filter of all this, kind of the blacks and the greys, the figure has distinct red stain marks around the wrist on what looks like the set of armor, and walks by you and doesn't seem to notice you. Would you like to do anything?
Not really.
Sorry?
Not really, I'm just a bit intrigued.
Okay. You continue to watch as this figure walks away in these foreign streets. The floor itself isn't cobbled like most places you've gone before. It's kind of not sandy, but there are bits of sand here and there. Alright. So you wake up, and you're not really haunted in any way by the dream, but it was odd. Something's different, naturally, and you can recognize that. Alright. And unless anybody would like to do anything else, there
Todd
is...
said, "Hey, I'm here, guys. Have a sandwich."
If there is nothing else anybody would like to do, we'll move on to the final dream, and then we'll move on to you guys arriving in a new continent.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be hot. Because it's a desert.
It's already hot. Like, nights are uncomfortable. Sleeping is hot.
I'm shirtless. I'm having a great time.
Even when
With
you're
the
shirtless,
sailors.
it's a lot
I'm
hotter
having
than
a
you've
great time with the
experienced.
sailors, wink.
It's a lot hotter than you've experienced.
Oh, it's so hot.
It is.
Oh.
Athena agrees with that.
Why do I play off every character I play is now gay? I don't get it.
It's great.
Hey,
It's great.
it's fine.
Just keep it.
It's-
Alright.
right.
Okay, so fine.
Chim?
Chim.
I'm
We
waiting
need
for the
lovely
reply.
Zeddy.
Alright. You have a dream. Roll a... I don't know what to make you roll for this, to be honest.
She got killed by a robot and taken out and like replaced. That's the dream.
Roll a straight intelligence check.
Chim said 9.
Alright. There is a halfling silhouette wearing a coat which is a little too long for her. She's familiar, but you can't put your finger on it. And as you look more and more, it seems the image blurs more and more, the dark shadows and tones hiding this person, until they almost fade away into obscurity. The once female form has gone, and you're staring at an empty spot with a navigational device just left there on a table. Would you like to do anything?
Chim said, "See what direction the device points."
As you walk over, you see that it's pointing. It's on top of a map, and it's pointing to an area. It seems to be hanging over the Old God's Rest, which is a set of mountains named after the plausible death place of one of the dragons of Titus. There's more on those that you know about, but basically it's where one of those supposedly died and would form mountains after the gargantuan size of it basically remained there. And it seems to also be over a large part of sea, connecting two continents. Would you like to do anything else?
Chim said, Chim said, "Cast Sacred Flame."
As you try to cast the spell, you're awoken. Everyone else is sleeping. Pav is snoring very loudly.
Snore.
Athena is walking around.
I'm just having a little stroll.
Chim said, "I don't tell anyone."
Okie dokie.
Why does the text-to-speech have a kind of a weird accent? I not that anyone.
Alright, so
Chim said, "Rude."
it's the last day, and three of the 4 ships have made it. The 2 lower trade vessels and the airship. As you look over the front of the airship, you now see a huge, it almost looks like a town, kind of like a harbour area, which has very big kind of intakes for ships. And looking further, you see a gargantuan wall built of an almost
Piles of dead people.
bricks, and they're almost of a creamy colour.
So you both kind of
Those of you who know rock to a relative degree, you'll recognize it's sandstone, and it's possibly the largest thing you've ever seen. It's huge. The walls are at least 40 foot or higher, and they just seem to span across the horizon as you guys approach the continent.
Okay.
It is around 7 a.m. in the morning. What would you all like to do?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
So wait,
Is there-
we're still on the ship. How far away are we from the ship?
About 30 minutes travel in the airship.
Well, I'm gonna wait until we get there. I'm just
Alright.
gonna go. I can just shout, "We're here!"
Yeah!
It's at this point some rudely awoken sailors begin to exit the lower parts of the ship onto the deck.
We
And
made it.
yeah,
I bet Tia is like so relieved.
She's still in her cabin with the dragon puberty.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah,
she's
you
having
haven't seen
a
her at
really
all.
Bad time. You don't want to know what it does to you. It's horrible.
Yeah.
You grow scales in weird places.
I think. Beware then.
Yeah, everywhere.
alright. As you guys continue to approach, the captain of the captain of the airship
Raft.
walks out from his. The captain of the air raft walks out from his air raftiness and stands next to you guys, looking onto the continent.
Is it what you expected?
I've been here before. I wanted to see your reaction, personally.
Looks fun.
What are the walls for? They're just there.
When you have a desert of very large things, the walls are very good for keeping them out.
Of
How
the
large are
water.
the things, if that's how large the walls are?
If they're in a desert, I don't think they come across much water. I don't think they'd be able to swim.
He looks at you
Chim
baffled
said
for a
what
moment.
large things have tried to get in before.
He looks at Uragaf baffled for a moment, trying to make sense of what he just said, and then looks to you, Chim.
bitch.
There was once a great dragon invasion upon this land,
Can't dragons
alongside
fly?
various wars, but they've been settled now. There are only really 4 main places of stay in this wasteland, practically. No one goes as far south as the first city.
The what?
The first city, the one you're looking on.
Really?
Really.
Great.
It's said
Probably
just
not
to
in there,
be.
guys. We're gonna have to go further south.
It's said just to be a pit of dragons and various other beasts who make their home in the desert.
Excellent.
Sounds really good. Sounds
Let's
like
go
a
with
good
Dr. Dragon.
time. Why would you adopt a dragon? They're horrible
These
beasts.
are adorable.
That's definitely not a car outside. Whatever.
Chim said leave dragons alone.
Yeah, dragons' lives matter. Dragon lives
We're
matter.
adopted.
I'd like to see you say that next to a dragon that wants to eat you.
I
Anyway,
wasn't
Bet
saying
there's
that out
chill
loud.
dragons.
Challenge
He-
accepted.
he turns around and begins to walk away. Enjoy your stay on the continent of Arendar, and walks back to his office.
Well, now we know what it's called.
How do you spell that?
I will put it in the Discord after the thing.
I'm surprised we only just found out. We've been on this ship, what, a week?
I didn't know the name.
Were you really proud of that name, Liam? And you were trying to wait for us to ask?
No.
Or more like he didn't think of the name until like this week.
That's also not true. I just didn't have access to it because it was on my SSD. Sorry, my external hard drive.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. If you say so.
yeah, well, it's nice to see where you guys stand on this, isn't it?
But no, I
We
think
know from
he
previous
is, like,
experience.
obviously, we can't see the desert. There's the big wall. I think Urgraph's really excited because he's like, oh yeah, beasts over the wall. We're gonna kill all of them. Lol, fun. He obviously lol. I don't know why I said that. Please don't kill me.
The sailors begin to get more active. You hear various shouts as they continue to work, and the occasional call for one of you to help with something
I'll
minor.
help out. No help
Yeah,
out.
I'll help lifting.
So you're kind of at this point you're kind of transporting stuff from the lower levels to the deck of the ship, kind of neatening the place up, and eventually the ship begins to lower, and get closer and closer to the ground. This time, rather than being on its own kind of building pedestal thing, the airship lowers itself into the water, and
Okay.
it basically sets itself in one of the very large harbour
Tears
areas.
screaming.
And a bridge is put up from this kind of I forget what you call it. It's a walkway. Pier. Thank you. It's
Is there
basically
like an arcade at the end of the pier. We're gonna have a great time, guys.
Yeah, Teddy Arcade.
Woo!
Copper Arcade.
Ferris
even.
wheel and everything.
a ramp.
The whole theme park.
A ramp is basically put onto several points of the ship from the pier, and it is tied down to the pier itself. And you are now free to leave the ship.
Yay!
Straight off
Yay.
the ship. Let's
Chim
go.
said before we leave.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Chim said, can I cast augury?
Oh, I didn't. I have to read that. Augury? What? Can I cast augury? So I did hear that correctly.
Right. Go on.
Chim hit her
Chim
head.
said
She
in
doesn't know what's
looking
going
at a
on.
spell RN.
Alright. This
You
is...
sure?
You guys begin to prepare and people approach you as Chim seems to be doing something in a corner. Well, not in a
Okay.
corner, but kind of with you guys.
Chim said he'll just tell you later, Liam.
But... okay.
So are we in like a sort of? Is this like a sort of town, city?
This is like a harbour port town kind of thing. And the city itself is not far away, probably 5 minutes away from the
Why would
actual
anyone
harbour
live
itself.
here? There's nothing here over the wall.
What?
You said there's a wall, right?
Yeah,
Big wall.
further away from the port itself.
Yeah, further away.
So
Is
it's
there
like
any other settlements? Is this just it?
he suggested that there are more settlements. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you
cool.
can cast whatever that is. Just make sure I know. So if there's anything it does, I can hit you up on that. So just before you guys leave, a halfling
Chim
runs over
said
to you.
he'll tell you in a bit. It takes some explaining on your part.
Okay. Basically, what happens is you get approached by Kara as she runs over. Hi, hello, hi, right, all right, hello.
Hi.
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 Hi, all right.
Hi.
Good to see that you have
Chim
ears.
said hello.
Hi. Right. Have you got a cold? Okay, we'll start from top. Okay, guys, people.
Yes.
The boat will be leaving in a week, so you have a week to do whatever it is you want to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we stuck here
Okay.
otherwise?
All right.
How often do you make trips?
Wawa.
How often do you make trips to and from the
Oh, well,
continents?
we
Is that the right word?
we
Yes.
usually spend a week here, and then we go back, and then we spend a week there, and then we go back, and then we spend a week here, and then we go back, and then we spend a week there, and have you
So
got it?
1 week or 3 weeks?
Right, yes.
Chim said,
We
so
have-
will you be in the area for a week?
I'll be around,
Yes.
probably, shopping, adding to my
Is it, are
jewelry
you
collection.
the only people we can get a ride with? Is there anybody else? Or is it just you?
Did you not enjoy yourself?
No, as in if we miss
Myself.
and we come back halfway through the week and just saying.
You could
in
probably get
case.
on some pleb boat if you wanted to, but it's not as good as this raft.
Yes.
Well, I enjoyed myself immensely, despite the fact we were attacked. But it was still good. It was a very good time.
She's looking at you with kind of piercing eyes. She doesn't
I'm
believe
not
a word
saying
you're
it in
saying.
a sarcastic way. I'm not saying it like that.
We'd be happy to travel back with you in a week's time.
Who the fuck are you? Where did you come from? I don't.
I've always been here.
Oh, she.
Are you some
teleported
kind of-
onto the boat?
Are you some
She's,
kind of?
she's with us. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Right. So, anyway,
I'm just gonna smile and stick my hand out. I'm Athena. Hi.
I've got some things to do. You and your vanishy friend can have fun. Right, is
Hanging. Wow.
she kind of like pats your hand away? Is there anything else any of you want? Again, a week we'll be gone. Anything? No? Good. She walks away.
Athena's too busy just staring down at her hand like,
You've got fucking
Oh.
denied.
okay.
Aww.
Okie dokie. There are several shouts of the. Where's my? Damn it! The desert playlist didn't save. Why is everything going wrong?
Oh god.
Oh, did it? It did. Never mind.
Desert music, desert music.
What makes music a deserty music? Like this.
Chim said sand.
It sounds like it's from the Prince of Persia.
Sand. I love my music when it has sand in it.
It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
Like you turn on your speakers and sand just starts coming out of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Never listen to sand music with headphones.
you
Your ears
hear
will fill with
you
sand.
hear the merchants. You see stranger people than you're used to. More tanned kind of people, but they seem to be living life, trading. There are various market stalls set up. There seem to be various, and I mean various ships, many. Some from small fishing rafts to actual transport and cargo ships. And the two ships, like the sister ships to Kara's, have now just docked up and are beginning to offload everything they had. And you see there are various chests and barrels and things. And there's also huge vats which look like they contain some kind of liquid, which you can probably guess what that is.
Juice.
Water, but okay.
I was gonna say something else, but whatever.
I'd say alcohol. All the alcohol.
So everybody,
Liquefied people.
you are now
Chim
here,
said milk.
and
Soylent Green is people.
and your search for the first stuff part has begun. What do you all like to do?
Coolio. Find an inn. Inns are good information places. We go, we gossip with the locals, and we make ourselves trusted. See where we.
I say we find a place to stay.
Is there a bar?
Alright, so if you're looking for an inn or a
Is there
bar or a
something
place to
else?
stay,
Exotic.
you're kind of looking around the area and there is what seems to be a place for drink, but not necessarily for staying. It's kind of out of the way and on the very edge of the harbour town.
I'm gonna tell everyone, I say we go have a little celebrating kind of drink. Celebratory, yes, big words. And then we can go try and find out some information of this place as well.
Mhm.
Two birds with stone.
Brilliant.
Brrr.
Alright, so do you guys want to head into it?
Yeah.
Alright,
I would like to swagger into the club.
as you walk up to the building, It's basically a wooden construction, and you see that there is a sign which says Oaks Creek. And it's got the picture of a boat, basically, as its sigil. You enter in through what it looks like it's supposed to be some kind of door, but it's more like two shutters on the side of the entrance. Very kind of Western saloon kind of vibe.
Yeah.
As you walk in, to your right there is a bar with a man who is balding, currently screwing up some glasses as opposed to like tankard cups. What am I thinking of? Anyway, he's basically glasses instead. There are various bits of alcohol, but there's also a very large kind of tap thing as well. Currently it is populated to a small amount, but there's around 5 people. The bar is on the right, and this central area is kind of filled with various people sitting on round tables. You see some people are playing cards and rolling dice, that being 4 people who seem to be playing some kind of game. And there are 2 other people kind of sitting together. The clothing is different, I'd like to add as well. A lot of bright colours. The buildings are made pretty much entirely out of sandstone. This is a stranger one. It's made out of some kind of wood. Which, you know.
I'm just gonna head towards the bar with the guy, the baldy guy. He's the one behind the bar, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was a man behind the bar kind of cleaning some glasses, and you approach up to him.
Anyone gonna come with me? Pav? Chim? Anybody? No?
Yeah, I'll come along.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, hey, can we get some drinks, please?
What do you want for drink?
Well, new here. What would you say is a good drink?
Depends. You're looking to not remember the next morning, or you're looking to live?
Well,
Orange
no, we're kind of on a
juice.
schedule. I think just we're celebrating kind of thing. We
Nah.
just,
Water. Water's a good drink.
is it?
They got orange juice.
We don't have oranges here, but we do have some other fruits if you'd like to try.
Oh, what do you have? Oh, and a bit Irish there.
Hell if I know. He pulls out this it's basically a juicer, kind of this glass implement with a central spike, and a almost cup around the side so it can collect the juices. And he pulls out this. It's almost like a red orange, and when he opens it, it's kind of transparent and got a greenish hint to it.
Sounds awesome.
He presses it on the juicer and squeezes 2 of them out, as in he takes 2, cuts them in half, and does it twice, and pours it into one of the glasses, and goes, "That'll cost you 2 gold, but I think it's pretty good." He throws the 2 other halves in the bin.
I'm just gonna.
I'll pass over 10 gold. Just cover drinks.
All right.
You're paying for us as well, right?
Yeah, that's 10 gold for. Wait, 2, 4, 6,
5 people.
5. Yeah, I can do maths.
Tia has still not come out of the boat. Dragon puberty
So
hits hard.
Tia's dealing with,
So he basically
mixes
squeezes
enough.
more out, and so Nia, all of you get them basically. So yeah, you all get this drink, and the liquid is similar to the kind of inside color of the fruit itself.
I'm just gonna lift it up and say, okay, guys, I just realised we have no idea where we're going. We have no leads, and we have a week or 3 weeks. A week.
Are you saying that at the bar?
No, I think when we walked away, I guess, with our
Okay,
drinks.
you kind of walk away with your drinks and find your own separate table.
I don't want the barman should look at me like, the fuck are you talking about, mate?
So yeah, you kind of walk away with your drinks, and he basically kind of puts up his drink in his toast.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Well,
where do we start?
I have no idea.
I've just taken a sip of my drink now. Just like, whatever.
Chim said, what is the exact part we're looking for?
We are looking for the staff, I think. Part of it. I can't remember.
Does it have a name?
No.
Wait, so we're looking for...
We're looking for a stick in a desert.
Wow. At least we're not looking for a sand grain, eh?
Oh, yeah, plenty of those.
Has anyone taken the drink yet, by the way?
Yeah, I have. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So
I think I've already started drinking.
the first kind of sip of it is extremely sour and almost it's quite awful, but as you swallow and let it go, it's very sweet and it's actually very pleasant. It's definitely a lot more of the aftertaste is really good for some reason, but the actual drink itself is sour. It's very refreshing though. That is the first thing you notice. It's almost unnaturally refreshing, but it's not in a bad way, just in a, this is a bit stronger than usual.
Nice. I don't want to be the smart. I'm not really smart. I have no idea what we're doing. So, do we go to I don't know, try find a map?
I
How big is this continent?
Yeah, but how about maybe if we walk around, keep an ear out, see if anything catches our attention.
Chim said we should find the shadiest place we can get to.
That's a very good idea, Chim. I like your thinking. Let's go.
Can we just can I arm wrestle someone for the information?
Chim said not right now. This drink is delightful.
Later.
Alright. So, you guys begin to finish your drinks, and after you finish them over the 5 minutes of conversation and kind of planning, again, it's a really nice feeling, kind of sweet, that's left over by the drink, and you all feel ready to continue on.
Okay.
And that is where we'll end today's session.
Oh, we got so much done, guys.
Yeah, we turned up.
Like
and we
nothing.
drank. Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Who cares? That was good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Alright.
Yay!
Yeah,
I kind of felt
We had a lovely
Tia.
session. Thank you
We
very
need
much.
Tia to make all the smart decisions. Like, oh, this is where we should go. I don't think Urigas very good at it.
We're all just gonna be walking down, looking down at the sand. Like, is this the staff? Is this
Sand.
it?
Sand.
Stick.
Uh,
Stick.
So I was just gonna pick up a stick. Guys, I found it.
if you got this far, thank you for watching.
Thank you very much.
And
Please, if you like Robot Chim, if you're watching us on YouTube, which will be released at some point, DM, right?
wow, yes, it will.
Chim said, how
Yeah.
could you not like Robot Chim?
Yeah, please leave a like. If you like, then we'll force Chim never to speak, but you have to speak in text-to-speech.
Alright, and
Yeah.
on that note, thank you for watching.
Let's see what Chim says. Let Chim say goodbye. Just wait. Patient.
She's gone. We've lost her. She's been eaten by the ether. It's fine.
No, I think she got rid of her message and she's going back and do it again.
Come on, Chip.
This is too long at this point.
It's
Alright,
not. Trust me, it's fine. People. The tension is building.
there's no tension.
Too much tension.
No.
No,
Oh,
no.
no.
Okay,
Nice.
thank you for watching, everyone. See you later.
Bye.